Okay, Taurus, wow, finally the end of a cycle. But you are the last sign that I do have to do for the monthlies, but this is November, but it's the 17th today. Okay, guys, so I do apologise that it's late, but I'm trying to get around to doing other things too. Okay, but your song I was hearing by Thunder, Love Walked In Through My Door. Okay, so as I was meditating and whatever that spiritual people do, and I was shuffling the deck, at the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Cups. Okay, but we'll see if that comes out. But love walked in through my door. Okay. Okay, Taurus, so let's see where we're at for the rest of November. I'll probably just list it as November 17th till the end, but energies are fluent. Okay, there's plenty of things that you can check out on my channel that talk about metaphysics, science and weird science, dark and light ascension, working through dark energies. Okay, but let's see what we've got. Taurus from now till the end of November. Just had feeling. Love is just a feeling. Love walked in. Strength. Strength. So you could be dealing with a Leo, very much so. Okay, this is vice versa, you or them, or cross-watcher. Okay, don't get cross-watched, and because cross-watchers, you know, you're also doing the work too, so this can be you, seeing it, doing it, feeling it. Love walked in through my door. Okay, Taurus, the card of Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or Venus. Or Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Having strength in a decision. Happiness is choice. Gemini is the twin, but the twin of themselves. Okay, so I know Gemini is going through a lot of struggle at the moment, so if any of you, any of my little gems are kind of cross-watching this, please, you know, this can be you that's doing the work, or them. Yeah, Spirit's just said that it's probably you that's doing the work as well, so everyone does work, right? We've all got karma. We've all got karma. There's plenty of things on my channel, Taurus, that you can look up to do with motivational speaking and stuff, having strength to do it, to be a leader, right? Okay, so let's see, Taurus. Five, wow, what's happened? The Moon. Queen of Cups. Four of Cups. Wow, Taurus, what's happening? Wow, all these should be in the upright, but that one, alchemy, is, so that's good, really. That's, well, I suppose it's kind of an ending, but it's not. Because it's a 9, it's a cry for help, but we'll see through the clarifying decks. I don't normally read reversals in general, but we'll have to clarify that one to find out more. Okay, but at the bottom of the deck we have the Empress. Okay, the Empress. So this is a feminine energy or a masculine energy, but it's caring, nurturing and giving. A bit like, could be pregnancy, could be someone that's pregnant or fertile. Okay, but it's generally nurturing and giving, or you're trying to because it's the overall energy, so you're trying to find strength of a decision, or just about love, really, or someone feels left out in the cold and defensive. Okay, but it's a cycle. 5 is also a cycle. It's halfway to a completion, reaching a 9, and then it's the 10. Okay, but there could have been a lot of things that have been hidden. There could have been a lot of things hidden. Emotions, feelings, work, career, juggling between two decisions of things, because that's a decision, that's balance, trying to balance out karma, trying to balance yourself out, trying to align yourself. 7 chakras. I do talk a lot about that on my channel. Okay, Lucifer doing the most amount of work, really. But decision, You know, happiness is a choice, and that's not really a choice to be unhappy and hiding things. Okay. And feeling like stuck, stubborn, you know, really not getting anywhere. You know, you've got to have action. There's no action apart from strength, but there's no action. There's no action here. You're overexerting yourself, maybe, but we'll see. Okay, so let's have a look at why. Yeah, they're saying, why is the Nine of Swords in reverse? Why is the Nine of Swords in reverse, please, Spirit? Why is the Nine of Swords in reverse? Because of the King of Swords. So someone could have been very cutting and truthful and honest, or controlling. Now, I know Taurus, you know, I have a descendant in Taurus, so I know how fixed that kind of sign is, but this is someone that stands within power of cutting through the truth, and that they will accept nothing but the truth, because this is the sword that Archangel also holds. You know, this is played out through a lot of readings at the moment. So this can either be controlling or not controlling, but it's a king regardless, because he seeks wisdom from the Queen as well, you know. And you've got the Queen of Cups, which is something's very emotional through things being hidden, and it's just caused a lot of stubborn energy, you know. And we did have that in certain other readings, Judgment Call. But let's clarify that one a bit further, please, Spirit. Can you tell me what the King of Swords is for? Yeah, there's been a transformation. Yeah, an ending. An ending. So it is talking about an ending. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But there's been an ending, and it's been very traumatic for someone sitting up late. Then they're not, then they are, then they're not. They're about trying to balance themselves out. And it's caused a lot of confusion and illusion. Someone's really been trying to seek inner wisdom and strength from themselves, from someone else, because this is a very spiritual card too, because it's also the sword that's held of truth, the sword of truth. Seeking truth, but someone's been making someone feel very unbalanced. It's karma as well, you know. Going backwards and forwards between work or money, relationships, it can be literally anything. But there's been an ending and a death, okay? Oh wow, I'm just seeing, because I know Tauruses. So, but this doesn't necessarily mean, okay? This doesn't necessarily mean that there's going to be a death. It just can also mean that there's an ending to a cycle and a pattern of what you've been working hard at through karma, or not working hard at. But it seems like you have, because you have strength, and trying to move forward. And this is going out the latter part of November. I do apologise, but my YouTube is going crazy at the moment. And you have the intuition at the bottom. So someone around you or you has been really trying hard to use their intuition. This is either Virgo or Pisces. Okay, opposite ends of the scale. The silent intuition. It's also a 2. Can relate to Justice, Libra. But it's overall, it's trying to, because this is like, this is the oily quality of water, you know. It takes a lot of strength in order to use our intuition, because time, we only follow time by protocol, okay? It's a portal and it's a protocol, but it's only metaphysics. You can't see time, you can't grab it or change the hands of time. That's why it's called history. Okay, so we become our present self to realise more about ourselves. But if we didn't have the hands of time to look at, we would have to use our intuition, right? Our body clock, which is decision. But we basically would have to use our body clock in order to get up and do things, and we wouldn't have to follow so much of a structure, which Taurus can talk about, structure and firm commitment of whatever it is that they want to do for themselves, because they're fixed in that way. So we would learn to use our intuition more fluently and go with the flow of life, you know, to be less fixed in our or your or our ways that we can be. Okay, but I will clarify death. Can you please clarify death for me, Spirit? Clarify death. The Chariot. So it could have been with a Cancer. You are, they are, vice versa, cross watchers or whatever, and literally moving in a new direction. I hope that, you know, I will add this, to just be careful driving, okay, because obviously death can talk of death, you know, and then there's driving, so be aware, but you should all be socially aware anyway. But the Chariot talks about spiritual enlightenment and moving forward in a new direction, and the death also talks of that too. Because of an ending, someone's basically using wisdom, cutting through the truth and making an offer somewhere else, and they're of jobs, work, money, finances, love, whatever. And because there's been an ending, there's been a lot of karma that's kind of been resolved, hopefully, and it's now taking a complete and utter new direction, you know, and healing's happened. Healing, okay. But I might clarify that again in a moment, because that's a major arcana. That's, you know, that's extremely spiritual. 7. It's 7 and it's my life path number, but I'm trying to get off myself to keep talking about myself in readings. But 7, you know, it's how we steer our own direction in life. You know, we have to take back control of ourselves and pull ourselves together. If I talk about dark and light ascensions, 7 wonders of the world, 7 chakras that run through your body, and the 7 deadly sins. Okay. But let's see. So what's strength talking about, please, Spirit? That's what they're asking me to look at. Strength. Leo. Picking up strong, Leo. Yeah, and I'm going cold as I say it, so that's telling me it's definitely something to do with a Leo or someone in their chart. Leo. The Queen of Wands. So, could be a Leo sun sign, and then someone with fire in their chart too, which can be Sagittarius, Aries or Leo. Okay, we have Leo. Or vice versa, a mixed match, weird science kind of, you know. But this talks about the Akashic records and literally taking one wand and pushing it forward with strength in action of what we do for our convictions to become more stable and happy within the choices that we make for ourselves. To not really feel so much left out in the cold, and that we don't need to leave other people out in the cold. And then the moon can talk about Pisces or Cancer, normally Cancer, because we have Cancer here too in the book. Well, in the book it's Pisces, but it's generally Cancer because of the crab. Okay. You could have 2 dogs, or someone could have 2 dogs. Taking a new path, new direction. I'm kind of picking up the moon as the sun, really, but so it could be sun, have a sun that's got Cancer or Pisces in their chart. Okay. No. But basically, it's fire and passion and strength in order to go in a new direction of choice. Okay. So let's clarify the Lovers. What's the Lovers about? Because the Lovers is just, it talks about reflection. We're going through a lot in Mercury at the moment, Mercury retrograde, and the moon talks about reflection. The Lovers talks about reflection. You know, and I suppose death does in a way as well, and because it's reflection of dark energy and release. You know, release is reflection, and the Chariot definitely talks about reflection 100%, because it's spiritual enlightenment. You know, and so does the Queen of Cups, talks of reflection, of feelings. You know, what's a feeling, Taurus? What is a feeling? Can you see it? You wouldn't rip your gut out and have a look at a feeling that's not there, would you? You only feel it. It's because we were reincarnated by God, reincarnated, and we felt that abandonment by God. And that's restriction of codependency of our base chakra and roots, that we're grounded within Lucifer, that pulls us down, that keeps us conflicted and addicted to many different things in life, Taurus. Okay. Aries could be involved, walking away, but I don't know what I was looking at. The Lovers, or no. The Lovers. So it could be to do with walking away, and yeah, walking away, because the 5 is walking away. So something that was built up, walking away from, and starting like coming out of the cold. Could be to do with an Aries in their chart too, or you could have, or vice versa, or someone can have. Let's clarify the lovers, please, Spirit. I just said that you just did. But please clarify the lovers, Spirit. Please clarify the lovers. Two of Cups, soulmate reflection. There you go, reflection. Mercury retrograde. Sagittarius also, you know, talks about reflection because of Jupiter as well. So we've got a lot going on astrologically, but reflection. And you've got the Ten of Cups underneath too. You know, so someone is finding a new direction now, in something more stable. Soulmate, definitely soulmate energy. Okay, could have something to do with an Aquarius in their chart and becoming more, understanding more about the purity of ourselves, you know, that we give back to the universe. You know, the fool takes a fool's journey, goes to the top of a hill, wishes upon a star, which is Aquarius, and it comes back as Gemini. Choice, decision, which is also choice of mirror reflection of yourself, of karma. You know, new direction, working hard. Aries and Taurus, I don't want to go too far through the deck, Taurus, but commitment, marriage, karmic law, you know, we have karma in everything, resides through literally family, money, codependency, addiction, relationships, friendships. It's life, man. It's, you know, it's life. Life's a lie, it's the Matrix. So let's have a look at the Five of Pentacles, please. Five of Pentacles, please, Spirit. The Five of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Air sign energy, or anybody, or any energy, okay, is feeling left out in the cold because they're looking back at someone that's made a choice and a commitment of a marriage that they're already in. And it's just an ending of a cycle. It's, you know, karma. It can be thought, you know, the Page of Swords can also be a childish energy of just thought, you know, the thought of leaving someone out in the cold in a decision of to move on, or you are, or they are, or they could have been watching you do that through the progression of this or whatever, and they're reflecting on things that have been hidden, and now they're going deep into their emotions and feeling like it was a waste of time, you know, and it's causing more decision, either becoming balanced or unbalanced. Balanced, because it's, you know, coming this way. The page is looking down at Scorpio and water. It's looking down directly at the King, the Knight of Cups, and also death, transformation. These two cards is what it's hitting the eye line of what I can see. Sorry, Taurus, but Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Scorpio directly, or, you know, Cancer's here, but that's there. That's what it's looking at. Those two. So let's take a look at the moon. Let's take a look at the moon. What's going to be reflected through retrograde of Mercury? What has been hidden? What's been hidden within the moon, please, Spirit? What's been hidden within the moon? Knight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So someone, I mean, you know, the moon is like the night is like a fast, very fast energy towards looking at someone, at that, you know, someone's been coming in and out, and just because the nights, they come in but they don't stay, you know, it goes through, it doesn't stay anywhere because it's so fast, like the Chariot, like Cancer. And it can lead people out of control, and it basically comes in and it doesn't stay, like an energy of the Knight of Wands, passion, leadership. But this is argumentative. This can be argumentative and combative. You know, Justice could be Libra. But because of things being hidden, they're now having to work hard at other things. You know, it's working hard at just. Can you clarify more about that, please, Spirit? This section here. Please clarify more. Having to rebuild and realign the structure of themselves again. You know, chakras, stars. You know, there's 8. Okay, that's what I want me to talk about. Is what I do talk about on my channel. But your 7th chakra is your crown chakra, okay, and it's fed through from the 8th chakra, which is yourself, which is your higher self. So it's listening to yourself. You know, your spirit guides go, because they're only energy, they go to the other side of the veil and they basically get information from the Akasha, from the Akashic records, and bring it back to yourself to tell yourself. If you're connected to your dark side and your lower side of your other side of the veil of your lower side will tell you to stay put and firm in your conviction of a lower self of your lower side now. The other side of the veil. Okay, so we find that through alignment and hard work of realigning ourselves, that we become more balanced. That's probably why we had justice at the bottom somewhere. I can't remember when that was, but that's working hard to become more balanced within emotions. You know, love is just a feeling. Whoever, you know, it's what it is. So let's clarify then the Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Cups, please, for Taurus. Yeah. Bottom of the deck is the Emperor. You know, so you have the Empress overall energy, and you have an Emperor here. So, can be. A lot of people say that this is Pisces, but this can be like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, because of like Pisces are like deep diving in their emotions, and they used to or do that a lot, and that's where they come up with a lot of their answers. You know, they do, because it's Neptune. So, and this is also an air sign quality, but I say this to everybody, I see this as Gemini Moon because of spirit animal, what I was saying to you about alignment. It's fed through the crown chakra when we start to listen to ourselves, and it aligns ourselves, okay, and we become less guarded and we start to let things in, okay, like love of feeling, okay, because we can't hold on to karma, we have to release. There has to be death, transformation of release. That's what we're here for, you know. Sorry, Taurus, but every time I read, I just lose my breath. I do it with every reading, some more than most, but you know, the bird represents freedom. Okay, so it's freedom, it's release and freedom of karma, but it's learning to listen to oneself. So this can be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but normally represents Gemini Moon to me. And then you have water sign. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck you have the Emperor, and you have the Star is Born. This is playing up 6 of Cups. So we'll take those. Okay, so the Emperor, because if I didn't, Taurus, and we've got the Empress here, you would kill me. So the Emperor, right, talks about leadership. It's open and wise and wisdom and so many things I've talked about in different readings, but you know, it stands firm in its conviction. It can either be controlling or not, but it doesn't seem that way really. Or it does. It can be both, but you know, a leader comes back leading the pack, and he comes back with the sting in his tail of a new alpha male. You know, it's release of karma, and it's how we do that to give it back to other people through light ascension. You know, we work through the dark and we give it back as light, but then we still go through the dark again in order to push it back out as light. It's ascension. You know, we never ascend to the highest level. We just die and then we do it again, basically. But each period of time that we live in, we become more like this through our karma, or we don't. You know, we either go backwards in life or we go forward. It's just what's either written or it's not. Okay, but this is someone that's very wise, CEO, can own loads of different companies, loads of different creative fields, different jobs, different finances. He's got everything under control, and he guides kings and queens. You know, he guides kings and queens. He's got good guidance within himself to give himself wisdom. He's learnt so much about wisdom that the wisdom in him now keeps him firm in his conviction in order to guide other people. you know, which is kings and queens, because you've got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. But then you have like, now this can either be karmic law, a Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or someone that is like marriage material, that's firm in belief of structure, but they're also balanced. You know, they're open for decision, because it's a decision card. You know, so that's 5. That's 5. It's 10. It's 1. But you know, it can either mean karmic law, and I've now realised a lot about karma, that everyone's now going separate ways or whatever, but it's firm in its conviction, you know, it stands firm within it. And then you have like the Star is Born, Starseed, very spiritual card to me, come in Aquarius. And you have the 8 of Pentacles on that one, which is 9, is which I'm guided to look at, 9. So it's like an ending, but a new beginning of finances. An ending, but new beginning of finances. Can be. Because that would be the 9 of Pentacles, maybe. But it's not here. But that's a star. See, the Star is Born, the intention that we have in order to... But it's the slowest night in the deck, you know, and you are a cardinal. So I know you're a fixed sign, but so could be to do with a cardinal sign. But it's like a slow progression going in a commitment. And it could be to do with a new soulmate, or just reflection, or it can be either way. But it's just reflection and stuff that we're going to be going through within retrograde of Mercury. Okay. I won't go over those, but Aquarius is definitely showing up too. Aquarius. Okay. Within this too. Aquarius. And the 5 of Swords, so that would be realising about mind games and structure and karma, you know. But let's have a look at, because the 5 was there, so that could mean, the 5 of Swords, that could mean that someone was really controlling, and now it's caused an ending, and now it's moved on, and the cycle's moved, and people are moving away and going into different things, and now finding something else not controlling, you know, not controlling, and it's just karma, you know. But let's have a look at the 5 of Cups, please, Spirit. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups. 4, sorry, 4. Ace of Pentacles, a new offering. It doesn't matter that I was saying 5, Taurus, if you're getting confused, because I was looking at the 4. But a new offer, something stable, something grounded. It's a seed of intention that goes through progression of things. But this is just a new offer of a job, things becoming more grounded, stable, and it overrides the 4 because it's, well, it doesn't, but it kind of does, I suppose. It's an ace, it's an opportunity, you know, thank you, Spirit. It means that that's opportunity. People can either stay stuck, stay stubborn, and stay as they want to, or they can receive offers or give offers, you know. Because when you're emotionally fixed and stuck within any kind of karma, if we sit like this with our arms folded, it's guarding every chakra that there is, and nothing will come in and nothing will go out, because you're not forming a quality of give and take, which is balance and structure of the world of ending world cycles, justice, karma, you know, karmic law, marriages, commitments, anything. But if we don't realise about karma and we stay fixed and stuck and stubborn, we miss out on opportunities, because that's the Ace of Cups that's being offered. So we miss out on opportunity through feeling this way, when we have to take risks and chances. You know, there's no action. There's no action here. There's no wands, really, at all. There's the Queen of Wands, but there's no fire. You know, sometimes you have to have a fire up your ass in order to put it behind what it is that you think and feel, in order to make things better for yourself or for others. But when people stay like this, nothing will ever happen in your life, because you're not open to receive anything good or bad. You're just stuck. Okay. So that means that opportunities can be missed. You know, opportunities can be missed. Communication. Communication is key in life. You know, this is also divine source, divine timing, divine source, divine spirit, or travel, or psychic thought travel, divine guidance of what I hear and what I do, being clairvoyant. This can be spirit guides that tell me, that tell you, alchemy. You know, it can be a traveller, time traveller. That's what I'm hearing, time traveller. Okay. Yeah. So, communicating, wanting to communicate about a new offer now, going this way to create balance. Using intuition, Virgo, Pisces again. Okay, using your intuition about communicating with yourself or with others, someone else's, or you are, or whatever, and finding equality, an equilibrium of balance, you know, of give and take, of opportunities after cycles. You know, can be a carer, can work with children, can work with elderly people, can give it back to the community in many different ways. YouTube, Facebook, you know, whatever happens in your life, you give it back to looking after your mother, your father, your, you know, elderly people, just anything. It forms equality and balance and structure because it's here. It's using the intuition of realising about that, you know, that communication's key for opportunity, you know. And then you have, under that, you have King of Pentacles, which is, there's someone that's very grounded and stable, you know, very grounded and stable, knows, because the king always, he doesn't look down at his pentacle or this staff thing that he holds. He just looks forward. He looks quite stern, okay, but he looks forward. He looks out into the universe of what he has, what he's created. Like, because the emperor is someone, he looks over. He's an emperor, you know. He creates empires. He looks over kings and queens. But so does this. He looks over jacks and pages, you know, just like look back into 16th century law and stuff. But someone that's very grounded and stable and nurturing and knows how to form equality and give and take. He's very stable in his finances, within his emotions and everything, that's grounded. But he's very wise, you know. He's not someone, he has, you know, Taurus. I mean, my descendant sign's Taurus, okay, and I used to be very fluent with money, and I had no fucking idea, and I used to just give it out left, right and centre and couldn't give a shit. And I would just spend it. Every time I had money, it would come in and it would go out, and I'll be skinned, okay. But through our karma, of what we can learn through our descendant sign, is that we still hold on to that. So we become very wise with money, that we wouldn't just literally fling it away, you know. It still has value. It's an energy source, but it still has value, like the King of Pentacles. But its internal feeling is an internal feeling, but so is wealth. You know, you can feel internally wealthy too, you know. And when you feel internally wealthy and internally emotionally happy, you become this energy then. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks or says. You can take on criticism like the Emperor. Doesn't matter, because you're just abundant in your own way. Because of equality. Because you know how to give it back in emotions, feelings, and what it is that you have to offer of being grounded. And you give it back in order to help other people become balanced and stable and form equality. And learn about it too. To become more using their intuition. And to learn about communication with divine source, divine energy. As one whole thing, as an eight, as opportunity. Okay, so I don't know how this is playing out in your lives, Taurus, whether it's you, other people, or them, or cross-watcher. And then you also have Virgo underneath that too. Okay, Virgo, so it can be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay, so you have to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venuses that I've also got on my channel, okay, Taurus. But Two of Pentacles, let's take a look. Two of Pentacles, what's the decision about? Becoming more balanced is what they're saying. Becoming more balanced. You know, I'm picking up 3 because of the Knight, and this 2 is just what I just heard and see, which is 3, which is the 3 of Pentacles, which is what I was talking about. Another one, which is Karma. Mr. Plate. Please check them out. I've put them all in a playlist. Okay. Can't remember what I've named it at the moment, but I'll probably tell you at the end. But 2 of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah. the three of swords. So it looks like someone's becoming more balanced because of heartache and decision, and it's caused a lot of commotion. Taking a new fool's journey away from heartache and pain, okay, and walking more into a balanced kind of this direction, because you know, that's just three. It doesn't mean a three-party triangle. It just means heartache. It can be. You know. Someone could have a heart condition. Someone could have a heart condition. Hopefully not whilst driving. So please be careful. But feeling victorious because of it, you know, realising about karma and feeling victorious. That's also the Fool, right, is not looking because they don't look, the Fool, but he's kind of looking here, this direction. But the Six of Pentacles is feeling victorious, walking towards this direction of what we spoke about here, of coming out of pain and destruction, of karma. You know, the wall of defense of time sits on a timeline of what we create through timelines of defense. For being more wise and influential, you know, the Knight is the cup that leads to a transformation, that leads to spiritual enlightenment and a new direction in life. Okay. So, because of PTSD, because that was under the deck, and healing as well, just before the shuffle. So let's have a quick look at the Empress. What's the Empress? The overall energy. So the overall energy is someone that's really caring and giving. Wow, yeah, ending world cycles, great. You know, ending world cycles, you know, it's also karma, because it also represents two, you know, the Wheel of Fortune, base chakra, but ending world cycles, you know, becoming more balanced, more structured, you, them, or whatever. And it's an ending, an ending, the 10. So we go from the 9 at the end, but to the 10 of the general, of the overall. So it's basically the 9 can be here because of verging on an ending, but because this is an ending and it's the overall, it's an ending. You know, sailing into calmer waters because of an ending of karmic cycle. Virgo too, Virgo, okay, the actual sign of Virgo or Pisces. 10 of Cups, 10 of Cups, starting a new happy home life or fulfillment. Wow, you've got the 9, wish fulfillment, and payday. Cha-ching. Okay, so I'll generally overview it. There's a lot of cards here, Taurus, but someone, you, them, or anybody, you know, please cross watches, because oh God, I've done a really good reading for, who was it, Virgo, in the last one, and there was 3 people that disliked it, and a lot of this kind of stuff came out in their reading. There was 3 people that disliked it. Just, we can't work people out. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but they did. I don't know why, but either way. But you know, the Empress talks about being fertile, being, you know, very creative, and is the fox. You know, it's kind of like Lady Diana, you know. But a world cycle, worldwide, you know, because we're you know, 2019, we're going into some major kind of karmic kind of things that I will talk about in 2019, but some major kind of things in 2019. Okay. Major endings of karma and release, you know, 2019, which is 12, but okay, so because it's karmic justice, but no, just I don't know what I'm on about, sorry, but ending world cycles and ending, great, beginning of the end and the end of the beginning. Okay, so it depends what happens in the next month, really, because it, but 6, sailing into calmer waters because of an ending, becoming more balanced. Someone's gone deep introspection and been receiving guidance from someone else or themselves. They're becoming more aligned. They're now finding happiness within their home life, or generally overfilled with joy within themselves too, and they're becoming more balanced. They're finding now wish fulfillment and becoming more stable, more caring, more giving, more nurturing, more balanced. more, you know, equality, giving it back and receive, learning to give and back, receive, of what we spoke about before. You know, you have to be open to receive. You also have to receive to be open. You know, you can't hold on like the five. Is it the 5 Pentacles? You know, you're not going to. There has to be an even flow of what goes through the mind and through the body and the soul. You know, but generally that's a fucking great reading, Taurus. So, you know, I can't really say who you're involved with or what's what, but that generally is a really good reading. So, Thunder, love walked in through my door. Okay, so I think that's probably your song, but it will be in the description of whatever comes in, because sometimes they come in at the last minute, right? You know, but there's loads of things that you can follow on my channel. Okay, I'll just quickly try and do this for you. I've just made a playlist, if I can find it, because I've been doing a lot. But it's called Am I Really Here? Motivational Dark and Light Ascension videos. And there's 17 of them at the moment in there. But there's loads of stuff that you can follow, okay? So please check them out. There's a lot of motivational stuff that I do on the camera too, okay? And I will hopefully see you in December. Okay, all right, Taurus, thank you, and I do apologise that you're last, but much love and peace. Okay.